Oops. That's what happens when you travel. You've got to rearrange your camera all the time. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Susie Belcher, and I am a life coach that helps women over 50 begin to live their lives again. So today, the topic of my post today is a day of reflection, and I think we all know why. And I think it's really poignant to be able to talk about this because it really is a day of reflection for many, many people. And I just want to honour and respect Her Majesty the Queen for a lifetime of service. And that's really what I want to talk to you about today. Not once did we ever hear this incredible woman complaining about the life that she had to lead. Not once did we hear this incredible strength of society make narky comments, or not once did we hear anything that was rash or untoward. And I think for me, that's what I will take away. I've just had my hair cut. I'm not sure if I like it. It's a bit short, but it will grow. For me, I think it's just a day of reflection, and it's so poignant in our own lives because we often strive to find fulfillment. So this day of reflection and what we see in a woman that has honestly just dedicated her whole life, even 2 days before she died, doing her work. And it's just absolutely incredible. And I think in a way she found fulfillment in that. I think in her own way she managed to create her own fulfillment. And it's made me reflect on how I am fulfilled and how I feel worthy and how I feel valuable. And I came across a post by Inc.com, and it was really interesting because they wrote a blog a while back, and they had these incredible ideas as to how to find your fulfillment. And I wanted to just go through those with you today because we're always looking to be fulfilled. We're always looking. I never ever hear of anybody saying, "Yep, I'm totally fulfilled." Never ever do I hear that. And it's really interesting because what is fulfillment to you? Is it that you feel that you are having a life of service, or giving a life of service, or giving back to community? I mean, what is it that you find gives you greater fulfillment? Is it love for your family? Is it helping your family out? Is it going to a soup kitchen at Christmas and making food for the less advantaged? What is it that, how is it that you feel fulfilled? So these 5 points maybe might be able to get you to where you want to go in whatever direction your fulfillment will take you. So number 1 is challenge yourself to grow. I'm always talking about this. Tony Robbins says, if you're not growing, you're dying. And it's so true. It's so absolutely true. And I think if we're not learning what's it all about? Because we have this incredible gift and it's called life. And we never, ever know all that is happening. We never, ever understand how much there is behind what we don't know. So challenge yourself to grow. Happiness is a byproduct of action. Did you hear that? So talking about fulfillment, talking about being of service, talking about acknowledging heroes such as Her Majesty, who just passed yesterday. Happiness is a byproduct of action. And I really think that is so true because every single time I'm helping in my charity, every single time that I'm helping people, I get great fulfillment out of that. This is what we're talking about today, is how to feel fulfilled. And, you know, by my being of service, I really, really get so much nourishment out of that. So number one is challenge yourself to grow. Happiness is the byproduct of action. Number two is contribute to others. So exactly what I've just been talking about. Authentic fulfillment comes from contributing to others. So we look at this lady who dedicated 70 years of her 96 years of life to contributing to others. You know, if she wasn't, so I am a charity. I belong to a charity that has the privilege of having the Queen's daughter as the patron. And I am scheduled, I don't know if it's going to happen now, but I am scheduled to go down to have our annual meeting with her in October. And, you know, she is a patron of over 600 charities and organisations. She has over 2,000 commitments every single year. How is that possible when there's 365 days in that year? So service, contribution to others is really a key way of getting your fulfillment, of being fulfilled. You know, being able to give something without expecting anything back, being able to do something for others without them even knowing about it. It's such a privilege, because we are, however we think our lives are, we are more blessed than a lot of people. And we really need to acknowledge that. We really need to just dig deep and just see where we're at and acknowledge that there are people that are worse off than we are. However bad it is for us, there are still people around the world that are worse off than we are. And all they need is somebody to say, you know what, I hear you. And you know what, I'm here. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. So that's number two, contribute to others. Authentic fulfillment comes from contributing to others. Number three is live in the present moment. So often we have this myth that we've got to be the same as everybody else. And oh my goodness, look at Mr. Jones. He's got that brand new car. And oh my goodness, I've got to get the brand new iPhone. And oh crikey, I'm really not, you know, keyed up with things because I don't have what they have. But what have you got? You've got more than others. And be in the present moment, because that's all we have. What happened 5 minutes ago is irrelevant because you can't change it. What happens 10 minutes from now is irrelevant because you don't know what's going to happen. What you can change and what you can determine is right this very second. What you can change. And I wrote a post, and I can't remember it right now, but it's a post that says, let me just try and find it. Actually, I'll carry on and then I'll put the post in the comment, because it was a really key quote, and I don't know where it came from. Oh, that we cannot change our past, but what we can do is we can design. We cannot change the past. What we can do is we can. I can't remember it. Sorry, I have COVID. So I'm going to make that the excuse that I can't remember because I've got COVID brain. That's an absolute excuse though. It's absolute rubbish. I'm just going to pull it up quickly because it's really poignant and it's really apt to what we're talking about today. So we cannot change the past, but we can navigate the present to design the future. So we can navigate, I've got lipstick on my teeth. We can navigate the present to design our future to what we want it to be. So as I was just talking about, you know, being in the present moment, we can decide to be miserable about what's happened, or we can just go, you know what? I have the privilege of being able to say that I lived in an era in the second Elizabethan era, and I'm very blessed for that. And I'm very grateful for that because we've seen incredible change. We've seen incredible things going on in our lives. So that's number three. is live it in the present moment. We know this. We've heard it all before. Everybody talks about living in the present moment, but do we do it? That's the key. We don't really do it, do we? Number 4 is end your sense of entitlement. So again, this goes with contributing. So often we put people on pedestals. I work and operate in the film industry, and in many other industries. I've had businesses, and but in the film industry, we tend to put actors and people in authority on a pedestal, and we feel entitled by that. We feel that those are entitled. We sometimes feel that we're entitled because we have things that perhaps other people don't have. But really, at the end of the day, we're all human beings. It doesn't matter what weight we are. It doesn't matter what colour we are. It doesn't matter where we come from. We all fundamentally have the same emotions. We have the same feelings. We have the same joy. We have the same tears. So why do we think that we are more entitled than anybody else? So tip number 4, and this is from Inc.com. This is a blog that I found on Inc.com. So it's very interesting. End your sense of entitlement. That's number 4. Number 5 is connect to something larger than yourself. Now, for me, this is quite a long Facebook Live, because I've just sort of taken it out. But for me, I didn't believe in anything. I didn't believe that there was a power greater than myself ever, until I made the conscious decision to get myself out of a very, very toxic addiction. And that was 21 years ago. So I have almost been sober for more than half my life. Not quite yet, but I have been pretty much sober for a balance of, let's just say 50-50. It's coming up very soon. I've been sober for 21 years. I relied on creating the knowledge within myself that there is a power that is looking after me. I don't call it anything. I don't determine it by a religion. I don't have to go to a certain place to go and talk to this power. But I do have an inner knowledge of that there is a power greater than myself that is guiding me and prompting me to be able to do these Facebook Lives and maybe help somebody along the way, or doing my life coaching, maybe guiding somebody to better themselves. It comes from deep within. And I think this connect with something larger than yourself. It doesn't need to have a name or a creed or a place. You just need to have a connection with it. Whether it's meditation, whether it's walking up mountains, whether it's nature, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But connect with something that is greater than yourself, because we are part of it. We are part of that greatness. And when we connect with that, it becomes one. And we disassociate with entitlement. We disassociate with aggression. We disassociate it with animosity. Because when we become one, we're equal to everything and everybody. So if I'd like to know which one resonates with you, first of all. I think for me, it's number 2, contribute to others. Authentic fulfillment comes from contributing to others. I have a great sense of joy when I am able to help somebody. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter what I do, but I feel a huge warmth within me when I know that I've given somebody some hope, or I've given somebody an inkling as to that there is possibility. So I'll go through them again, and then you can let me know in the comments which is your favourite. Number 1 is challenge yourself to grow. Happiness is a byproduct of action. Number 2 is contribute to others. Authentic fulfillment comes from contributing to others. Number 3 is living in the present moment. Number 4 is end your sense of entitlement. Number 5 is connect with something larger than yourself. So I've actually got a post on this on my pages. Please let me know what resonates with you. I would love to know, and I'd love to hear. And, you know, it would be great to connect with you in any way, shape or form. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, whoever that is. If it's Christine, hi. Lovely to see you again. I'm home away from work because I have COVID. So for the first time ever. So it's quite interesting. Anyway, I'm feeling fine and I'm very grateful that I don't have it badly. So yeah, really, really grateful for that. But staying in my room and acknowledging everybody else's personal space too. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Do let me know in the comments if you have. It's really interesting to read your comments. And have a great weekend, everybody. And we will see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.